Hi guys. So I just realised I haven't really done an introduction video, so I'm going to do a really quick introduction and then I'm going to tell you about my first day of the 8-week challenge. So for those of you who don't know me, which is probably most of you, my name's Jess. I am 23 at the moment. Birthday's next month, so 24 soon. Um, Generally been overweight most of my life. Um, However, I've always been kind of active during that time, if that makes any sense. I know in my first video I mentioned I was doing Great Vic, or I had done Great Vic. And for those of you that don't know what that is, basically Australia has, or Victoria particularly, has a big bike ride. You can choose to either do a 9-day, I think a 5-day, or a 3-day. And I did it with a guy who ended up being my housemate, and we did the 9-day version, and we went from, I think it was Bright to Lilydale. Or, no, that's not quite right. No, we started in, technically, it was Albury Wodonga to Lilydale. So we started in New South Wales, just, and then came down into Victoria. So obviously I had to be a little bit active for that. Also, while I was growing up, I used to do karate, and I absolutely loved it. I used to sort of student teach, and it's something I'd really like to get back into because I think A, self-defense is super important, B, it's just good self-discipline, and good fitness. So I used to do something like 8 classes a week. I remember we used to do 4 classes on a Friday night. It was absolutely crazy, but I loved it. The reason I stopped got to year 12, and I just struggled a little bit doing that and school, and I was going through a bit of anxiety and depression at the time, and I just couldn't cope with it all, so I put it on hold and I stopped. I haven't been back since. I finished school in 2010, so now 2016. So ideally what I'd like to do is, whilst I'm getting fit, get fit enough to go back to a class, because right now I don't think I could do a class. I think I would have big issues. I wouldn't be able to breathe, my asthma would play up, and I don't really want to do that to myself. So one of my goals is get fit enough to go back to karate. I don't know what else there is to tell you about me, so I'm going to jump into today. So today was day 1 of the 8-week challenge. It's been a tough day, I'm not gonna lie. Not even just because of the 8-week challenge, like that's not, that in itself wasn't tough. It was more tough just because it's been a long day. So it's a Monday, and generally on a Monday I go to my grandma's for dinner, which I absolutely love, but it means that it cuts out on some of my time. So I got up this morning and was like, yes, 8-week challenge, you're gonna start it, it's gonna be great. And I was so concerned with making sure that I took my lunch to work that I walked out the door without breakfast. And there was a huge amount of traffic, like right outside my estate. And I went to pick up my banana and was like, where's my banana? What the hell? So idiot me had to turn back, grab my breakfast, and then go to work, which meant I was late. I mean, I was late anyway because of the traffic. There was a prang on the freeway, but that didn't help. So, relatively healthy food today. Obviously, if I'm doing an 8-week challenge, there's no point exercising heaps if my diet isn't under control, and there will be some days where I will eat bad. When I say that, more like cheat meals, not a whole day. But my friends and I do a Parma night every fortnight. I don't plan on changing that, so when I go to that, I am going to have a Parma, and I am going to have a little bit of something bad, but if I can keep the rest of my meals in control for the week, I don't see an issue. So today's meals sort of went banana for breakfast, and a coffee from Gloria Jean's, Now, I know you're going to think, coffee, well, Gloria Jean's coffee, not a great choice. However, I did factor in the amount of calories. Sorry. And I don't drink a lot of milk. It tends to make me feel a bit sick. I actually think I have an issue with one of the proteins in milk that causes me to feel sick. So I don't have it very often, which means I don't get a lot of calcium. So I don't mind having a coffee a day that is a milk, like full milk drink. And I've been getting skinny milk, so a little bit less calories. So banana for breakfast and a coffee. Then morning tea or a snack, I had an apple. Lunch, I had made chicken meatballs the other day, so it's basically just chicken mince, egg, and a little bit of Gravox, which sounds weird, but it tastes amazing, with a tomato-based sauce, which was just tinned tomatoes. And I had that with some steamed veggies. Then as a snack, I had 30 grams of salt and vinegar flavoured peanuts, because salt and vinegar is my favourite thing ever, and I've been super, super good, and I haven't had any this year. That's kind of a lie. I had one handful in July, and that for me is I know that sounds stupid, but that's a big step. I used to eat so many packets of chips. On a bad day, I would have 2 to 3 family size packs, and that's super embarrassing, to be honest. That was one of my coping mechanisms. That was one of the things I did. So to go from that, and when I say that, I used to have them pretty much every day. Anytime I would go to the shops, I would buy a packet. To go from that, and then to the start of the year, I told myself, you're only going to have one packet. Not one packet. You're going to go without chips for 1 month. And I did that. And I was like, that was tough, but it was really good. And I was like, why don't I just try another month? Another month without them. And then another month. And it wasn't until I was temping at one particular place, and the lady had bought salt and vinegar chips and chocolate. And I know it's going to sound weird, but those two together is absolutely amazing. And she was like, oh, do you want some? These are really good together. I was like, oh my god, I know, they're amazing. I like you so much more now because you agree with me on this, because no one else does. And I said no a few times. And then and I told her why. I said, look, I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to prove to myself that I can do it. And she got out this little tiny bowl, and she poured a few in there. She said, you've done such a good job. I think you're allowed to have a small amount. And it was literally the amount that would fit in my palm. Well, my palm looks huge there, though. So, maybe it was like maybe 10 chips. And that's all I've had this year. So for me, that's a huge step. And I know that sounds stupid, but it is. But I have got peanuts, the salt and vinegar flavoured. It's probably like the 3rd time this year I've had them. So I bought a pack, but I've portioned them out. And so 30 grams of peanuts, I think, was something like 197 calories. Don't quote me on that. So that was my afternoon snack. And then for dinner, like I said, I went to Grandma's, and she'd cooked a butter chicken with veggies and rice. Not the healthiest thing on the planet. Also not the most unhealthy. I've been trying to steer clear of starchy carbs like rice, potato, pasta. But, yeah, Grandma cooked. I'm not going to tell her that she can't cook, what she wants to cook. And if I have that meal at Grandma's and my Palmer night, and they're the only things that I have bad within the fortnight, I'm okay with that. I didn't have dessert like I normally do at Grandma's, because I said to her, look, no, I'm trying to be healthy. I've started this 8-week challenge, so I'll pass. By the time I finished at Grandma's, it was getting kind of late. I think we got home at about I mean, that we got home early from Grandma's as opposed to what we normally do, because I'd said, I wanted to leave early today, I need to go to the gym. Sorry, these stupid hiccups. Something about the gym. Yeah, we left relatively early. So I got home probably about, 10 o'clock. But I was super tired. And I was like, I don't know. I meant to go to the gym every day for this 8-week thing, and I haven't been today. And it's day one, I can't really not go. That would be a massive fail straight off the bat. But I was exhausted already. So basically what I did, I went and had a lie down, which makes me feel like an old granny, but oh well. So I went and had a lie down, and then, I don't know, had like a 20-minute nap, 30-minute, probably 20-minute nap, and then got up, got changed, and went to the gym. And getting the energy to do that at 10:30 at night, not easy. Anyway, went to the gym and did my upper body workout for day one. So this is the, oops, if I can move it, the booklet that I have. So day one is this one. It probably doesn't make a lot of sense looking at it, and I don't think you can really see it properly anyway, but there's like different levels of difficulty that you can do. There's light, medium, hard, and super. I'm aiming for the hard to super, depending on what I'm feeling. My goal is super, but if I'm having a tough day or I'm really sore, I might just go the hard. And that basically means that absolutely everything in this book I have to do. Having said that, I did everything tonight bar one exercise. I did attempt it. It was reverse crunches. I started doing it, and the left side of my back was like, it felt like something was pinching. So I decided to skip that one. But I did do everything else, and I did write down what I'd eaten. And, the other thing I should say, I went for a walk at lunch. One of the ladies at work and I have decided that we have an hour lunch break, so why don't we spend half an hour eating our lunch, and then the other half an hour going for a walk. Unfortunately, she was in a meeting today, and she couldn't do the walk with me, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. So I went for a walk. Just a steady pace. It was about to start raining on me, and I got back just in time, and then it bucketed down, so thank God I got inside. But yeah, day one's been a little bit tough. I'm exhausted, but I'm kind of not sleepy, which is frustrating me, because it's now close to 1 a.m. in the morning, so it's technically day two. I was going to have my protein shake after my workout, but I kind of don't want to have anything that's going to be keeping me awake. So whilst it's protein powder, it's still got sugars in it, and they say you shouldn't really eat right before you go to bed, so I'm thinking I might just give it a miss. But then I'll definitely have my protein shake tomorrow, because I'm going to need it. But so I think, that's day one. I probably won't do a video every other day. I just figured because it's day one, I probably should. The only thing I haven't done today, I have a session set up with Suzanne at the gym tomorrow, is my fitness test. So the fitness test, they basically do week 1, week 4, and week 8. And that is just going to track how much I've improved. So instead of just having, progress photos, weights, and like body measurements, it has different fitness tests, and so I'll just read them out. There's I don't know if you have to do them all or just some, but basically there's a 1 kilometer run time. Now I can't run. I don't see that turning out well. 500 meter row time. The amount of push-ups you can do in 1 minute, the amount of squats you can do in 1 minute, and when I say the amount, I'm guessing it's the ones with good form, because there's no point doing them if you haven't got good form, you're just going to injure yourself. Sit-ups in 1 minute. Look, I can do the push-ups and the squats, I'm not great at sit-ups. And then it says you can pick 2 of your own, and I don't know what I would pick as yet. But that'll be tomorrow. As well as obviously day 2, which is cardio and high intensity interval training. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, he's hoping it goes well. Night, guys.